Okay. So basically the September month we celebrate as, earlier it was National Nutrition Week in India. Then for the past couple of years, it's National Nutrition Month, Nutrition Awareness Month. So we will have this 4 days awareness session for the elderly people on Get Set Up, and each day we will have a different topic so that it caters to your needs. So today's topic is healthy eating habits. Okay. And the objectives in today's class is, what is best nutrition for elderly people, healthy meal planning, and how to choose little or no sugar foods and low fat and low sodium food. Okay, why these are important, we will discuss, and practically I will tell you how you can do that. Okay. So just by changing some of the food habits and a little bit of lifestyle changes, we can lead a very healthy life. And how we can do that let us understand in today's class. So healthy eating habits, when we say, okay, so Shashi ji, welcome. Lakshmi ji, welcome. Okay, so when we say healthy eating habits, okay, so eating habits is a very different thing, because we all have different patterns of eating. Some love sweets, some love fried stuff. So what happens when I love something, I feel like eating again and again those things. Am I right? Jinke videos on a thumbs up. Suppose I love sweets. So when I think of sweets, I feel very happy. When I think of chocolate, I feel very happy. Then immediately I open my fridge. I try to find out some sweets and chocolates, I eat. So slowly this becomes a habit. Suppose I don't like sweets and I like only fried stuff, junk stuff. So my hand tries to reach out those things. Okay. That is eating habits. Okay. But when I use healthy eating habits, many people do not like the word healthy. Why? Because the moment I am putting that healthy word in front of eating habits, it is very natural that Bhavani is going to tell us, just eat fruits and vegetables and salads and soups. It's not like that. Remember, diet, we have taken the word diet and healthy word in wrong sense. Healthy eating habits means you are not munching all the time. See, you must be wondering, one thing I'll tell you, very practical, and just think whether it happens with you or not. Okay. Generally, we complain, I'm putting on weight, my cholesterol is increasing, my BP is not coming down, my sugar levels are not coming down. All this list we have mentioned, and after that we say, but I don't eat anything. Still, I'm not losing weight. Still, my sugar is not going down. Still, my BP is high. If you say yes, please thumbs up. If you feel it's right. Okay. Now let's do an intervention. Let's do a very deep checking that why this happens. Huh? So it's not that we are eating lot of sweets together. It's not that we are munching one full packet of potato chips or wafers. It's not that you are taking, pizza or burger all the time. But unhealthy eating habit or pattern means dash, 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 which means I just take out one small piece of cake. I'm eating that cake. Then after some time, I get to see just 2 to 3 wafers I'm putting inside my mouth, I'm eating. Then after that, I'm not having much, just 1 or 2 biscuits. After some time, I find that one banana is lying down on the table. which is becoming little soggy. So I feel that, okay, I should not waste it. I'm eating this. Okay. Then what happens after eating these tidbits? When actually you will have to have your lunch or dinner, you're not feeling very hungry. So the lunch and dinner quantity either comes down or we try to skip our lunch or dinner. Okay, a very common pattern I'm saying. So remember, each time when you are putting something in your mouth, the digestion process starts. Okay, Anaita ji? Got it? As per, this is not my definition, as per the science textbook definition, which we have been studying from so many years. So anything when I eat, the saliva starts secreting. Okay, the saliva gets mixed up with the food. Hello, Ravina ji, your dance was superb. I saw on Facebook. Excellent. Okay, I'll continue and at the end, I'll say few points about your dance, which I would love to share. Okay. 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 So when I eat, that food, my saliva gets mixed up with that food. Then it enters the food pipe. It goes to the stomach. In stomach, there are certain digestive juices, and then it gets mixed up with the digestive juices, and the food gets digested. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
What boring laga? Science subject? No. But this is how the food gets digested. Now, what we do? We think that 2 pieces of chips is not going to harm me. One small piece of cake is not going to harm me. One small amount of coffee at 12 o'clock will not harm me. Okay. Maybe one biscuit at 2 o'clock will not harm me. But each time when I am putting something in my mouth, whatever I had eaten previously, my digestive system will stop there. The digestion will stop there. And again, it will start from the beginning. I'll give you one small example. Please understand this in today's class because National Nutrition Awareness Week we are celebrating. So we should be very aware of what we are eating and what we are doing. Then we can't complain that I am not losing weight, I have got varicose veins, I have got, and do not always blame your age. Age is just a number. Ravina ji has proved this. Many of the Get Set Up participants have proved this. Age is just a number. Okay. So, let's say Shashi ji is going to meet Ravina ji. Okay. The distance from Shashi ji's house to Ravina ji's house is, say, 8 kilometers. Okay. So, Shashi ji has started her car. After 4 kilometers, she remembers, oh, I have not taken the gift which I have to give it to Ravina. So she goes back home, again drives back, takes the gift, and then reaches Ravina ji's home. Now, do you think this was the right attitude or it was wrong? If wrong, do like this. If right, do like this. Okay, wrong. Now, yes, all of you are saying wrong. Why wrong? Because in the process of going that 4 kilometers and again going back home. So, Shashi ji, what she is losing? She is wasting her fuel. She is wasting her time. She is wasting her energy. Right? If right, thumbs up. If wrong, do like this. Thumbs up, correct? Similarly, when I start thinking दैट मैं एक छोटा पीस 2 चिप्स खाऊंगी कुछ नहीं होगा एक केक खाऊंगी छोटा पीस कुछ नहीं होगा so already if I have had my breakfast properly so 9:30 9 o'clock if I am having a good breakfast and at 11 o'clock just for time pass if I am having the 2 pieces of chips or say 1 piece of cake so my breakfast is not yet digested. ओके वो डाइजेस्ट नहीं हुआ है सो द डाइजेशन प्रोसेस इमीडिएटली स्टॉप्स व्हेन आई ईट दोस 2 pieces of chips अगेन फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग माय डाइजेस्टिव जो प्रोसेस है वो बिगिनिंग से शुरू होगा now here only we make a mistake that is why it is called as a healthy eating habit so if you are eating a fruit or if you are eating a salad or if you are consuming a juice or if a small quantity of smoothie, all these things which are raw, which is not cooked, this can get digested easily. But if cooked food in between, small tidbits you are taking, that will take a long time to get digested. And that is the reason why our digestive system never gets any rest. Now, all of you, those who are sitting here and those who have kept their videos on, because rest are Mr. India, so I can't see them. So you tell me very honestly, if you do this, thumbs up. If you do not do this, do this. So if you are doing this, अगर आप सही से ले रहे हो 3 times meals, and in between when you feel like eating, you are just consuming fruits and salads and all, then your digestive system will work very efficiently. You will not put on weight. Your sugar levels will not increase. लेकिन बीच बीच में, because my thinking is small piece of cake is not going to harm me. So that is number one. Healthy eating habit means it has to be in a very disciplined way. Now your question, I know all the smart participants of Get Set Up, you will definitely have this question in your mind that Bhavani, Ganesh Chaturthi aa raha hai 4 दिन बाद, and you expect us कि एक बार खा लिया फिर नहीं खाने का है. So that's a different thing. During some, beach में कभी, like Ganesh Chaturthi, day 1, of course, we are in a very happy mood, bringing in Ganesha at home. So it's absolutely the state of mind is at a different level. So that one day, if I'm doing little bit of gadbad, that is okay. But if that gadbad becomes a habit, then it is not okay. So now you decide whether this gadbad has become a habit for you or it is only sometimes. Okay, if it has become a habit, then definitely you will have certain health issues. Okay.
In this age, naturally, we are not able to consume so much, Bhavani.
Naturally.
Naturally, not able to consume so much by this thing, that thing, like.
So Nancy, consume. One is, as we start aging, we will not, what you are saying is absolutely right. We will not be able to eat much. 100% agreed. Okay. But what I'm eating, whether I'm eating healthy, see, number one is we all have to accept one thing, that as we age, as we start growing, the metabolism, the metabolic rate decreases. Okay. Okay. The metabolic rate will decrease. That's a very natural thing. Okay. Now, if you say that I'm putting on weight by putting on weight, so of course, because of the hormonal, not with everyone, huh? With some people, because of the hormonal imbalances, weight might keep on increasing in spite of you having, having a good diet. That's a different thing. Okay. But consciously, am I eating properly? Though even if I'm eating small quantities, let's say like Jyoti ji, many of us, we will not be able to eat larger quantities, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Okay, that's fine. Let's say every 2 to 3 hours I want to eat, because I will not be able to eat a larger meal. That's okay. But if I'm eating 2.5 to 3 hours, every 2.5 to 3 hours something, so whether I'm eating good, in the sense whether I'm including those micronutrients, हम नहीं करते हैं, we don't do this. So that is number one, is healthy eating habit, in a very disciplined way. Now let's come to the second point, because I would love, all of you saying that मेरे बहुत सारे health problems ठीक हो गए only because of eating a proper meal. Now the second C objective is healthy meal planning. Okay. Now, healthy meal planning means what? Now, sometimes we get bored. क्या young age से वही kitchen में जाके बनाने का, ये करने का, see, natural ना, we get bored. So if the cook is there, that sometimes we don't like what she's cooking, because she has to cook for so many houses. If we ourselves are cooking, then we get bored. What to prepare every day, right? So how do I choose my meal? And this is not the first time. On Get Set Up platform, many times I have told you, if you follow a very simple pattern of eating, healthy meal planning, let's remove the word healthy, just meal planning, because if you get irritated with the word healthy, remove it. A simple meal planning. What is a simple meal planning for anyone? If this habit is formed at an earlier age, life becomes very easier. But if you have not formed that habit, right now also you can start. What is that simple meal planning? Number one is whole day, entire day, how we are going to plan our meal. The moment I get up from the bed, the first thing is drinking water without brushing my teeth. So now if you drink warm water, that is even more better. The second thing will be drinking a glass of juice. The third thing will be having, suppose you don't want to drink juice, if you are still addicted to tea or coffee, not a problem. Don't stop because you'll get headache. So you can have soaked nuts first, not much, just 2 to 3 almonds, 3 to 4 raisins, enough, because something good. See, first thing, whatever you are putting inside your mouth, and that thing, when it is getting mixed with the saliva and entering your stomach, that has to be very nutritious. Why? Because the after that whole night's fasting, 10 or 12 or 13 hours, the body will try to absorb the nourishment from the food which you are having. So first thing, if you have soaked nuts like this, so the body is going to absorb some good fats from these nuts, right? Okay, then you can have a cup of tea or coffee. Those who are not addicted to tea or coffee, you can have a glass of fresh juice. If you don't want to make juice, take tender coconut water. Okay, then after that, give a gap of 1 hour. Okay, after 1 hour, okay, you can have a small amount of fruit. If you don't like having much fruits, small amount of fruit. That can be just one medium size apple, or two small, lychee bananas, or little, one half bowl of pomegranate, or, if you can chew, you can take guava, removing the seeds, anything, a small amount, but it has to be single, mono fruit. Okay. After this, give a gap of half an hour, and then you have a small amount of breakfast. Because as you, some of you will say that we are not able to eat much. That's okay. For small amount of breakfast, you can go in for any Indian breakfast, breads, sandwiches, all these things are when you do not have any other option. If you are in a hurry, if you have to go out, that will be once in 5 6 months, not on weekly basis. Okay, but anything. But make sure that if you have put on lot of weight, and if you are diabetic, if you are hypertensive, if you have other lifestyle diseases, so the best option for breakfast is simple dalia. Dalia adding lot of vegetables. Okay, so you add lot of vegetables, make dalia, and you can have this, right? So this will be for your brand. Then again, eat a small bowl. बहुत ज्यादा नहीं, थोड़ा सा आप लेना. So after having this breakfast, then you can give a gap of 2 to 2.5 hours. And if you feel hungry, not compulsorily that everyone is going to feel hungry. If you feel hungry, then you can go, because abhi thoda sa after Ganpati, after 1 month, there will be little weather will change. So you can right now only start with some, green tea or herbal tea, something like that. Okay. Then lunch, right? So lunch, small amount of salad, and do not mix chapati, rice, dal, everything together. Either you have roti, dal, roti, sabzi, or rice, dal, and sabzi. Rice, sambar. Maybe you can add lot of sabzi in the sambar itself. So that way, don't eat all together. So that is enough. Have after having lunch, after 1 hour, you can have buttermilk, 1 glass, one full glass. Then in the afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock, you can have a medium sized cup of coffee or tea. Evening, again, 5:30, a big bowl of fruit, and dinner by 7. Okay. Now, this meal planning, if you see, are we starving somewhere? Okay. This is the entire day we are eating, correct? Yeah. But during Ganesh Chaturthi, during other festivals, right? So you will be having something extra. Like Ganesh Chaturthi, you will be having modak. So one modak, two modak, और मन किया, 4, 5, 6, पूरे दिन में पता चला हमने तो 10 मोदक खा लिए. No problem. One day if you're having, but then remember, after eating, when that analysis happens, after that analysis, when you go into that guilt mode, that is very, and that is actually not right. ठीक है, अब एक दिन खा लिया, but make sure the next day you don't do that. क्योंकि एक बार खाने के बाद में जब टंग में वो टेस्ट बैठता है तो अगले दिन फिर डिमांड करता है टंग. So
Bhavani, night
try
one
to
bowl of fruits. Then we people are having the habit of eating tablets, tablets, night tablets. So
हाँ.
that fruit is enough. That fruit is
No,
enough.
because we are not only fruits. After that, we are going to have some breakfast, na?
Mm-mm.
It can be dalia, because dalia we are not going to add oil, extra oil or fat or something.
Night, I mean, night, I mean.
No, night after having fruits around 7 o'clock, we'll have dinner.
Okay.
Dinner. So dinner again, so something where we are not, see, when you're having dosa, proper dosa or ada kind of thing, so we need to add little oil, because I don't actually like making in the non-stick due to several reasons. So normal tawa, if you take little oil, we have to add, right? So
And
that little, even if you're having 2 dosa or 2 ada, but that little oil is also adding to your diet, right? So that's the reason you can have a kind of, millet ka upma, millet ka khichdi, where we are not adding much of fat. That's it. So you can have dinner, and if you feel sometimes that stomach is very heavy on a particular evening, so you can have just soup. That's not a problem. So thick vegetable soup. So stomach will get cleared in the morning. Okay. So you can have your medicines also. So this entire meal planning, of course, during the festivals, we will not follow this because we will have a little bit of, cheating also we will do. But remember, when we are doing the cheating, it should be a cheat meal, not a cheat day. गणेश चतुर्थी आया तो हम पूरा चीट डे कर लेते हैं. Day means entire day I'm eating, so it can be a cheat meal. So morning, lunch time, breakfast time, okay, cheating kiya, that's okay. But dinner time में don't go for a cheat meal, क्योंकि dinner में करोगे तो then you will not be able to burn those calories, because we are going to sleep right at night. So these small things, if we take care of, it becomes very easy to take care of our health. Okay, now let's see what was the third point in the objective which I wanted to discuss. That is how to choose little or no sugar foods and low fat and low sodium foods. Okay, now let's say on a festival, on the Janmashtami, let's say Ravina ji had 6 to 7 of modak. Okay, so okay, kha liya, not a problem. Don't go in that guilt mode. Then next day, make sure that you are doing extra workout. That is number one. Then next day, make sure that you are not eating more sweets. So that will be either low sugar or no sugar. So if you feel that no sugar is difficult, then low sugar. Low sugar kya hai? Any fruit you take, it contains glucose. Dates, क्योंकि fruits लोगे तो मीठा नहीं लग रहा है. So you have dates. अच्छा, dates में भी, I don't know how many of you know this. There are some dates which is dipped in sugar syrup. वो आप ध्यान से लेना. So all dates are not sugar free, because you have to go and check and buy. Some of the shopkeepers are very genuine. They will tell you, the difference between these two. And if you think that you have bought the sugar wala date and you are soaking it in hot water or washing it in hot water, the sugar will go? No, it will not go, because पूरा का पूरा चीनी के सिरप में उसको रखा जाता है. So that's the reason why you will get that sweetness. Okay, so generally these sugar wala dates, they are little soggy, they are little sticky compared to the natural dates. Natural dates are dry, but still they will be sweeter. So remember, if you can have raisins, raisins are also sweet. See me, I've got very sweet tooth. जो हर वक्त मीठा मीठा मीठा. Even if you add, like Gujaratis, if you add sugar to the dal, to the khichdi, I will love to have sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, but all the time we can't have sweets, because naturally, in spite of doing lot of exercise, वो उतना नहीं होता है burn, right? So we can go for these natural sugars. Okay, where like dates, then जो किशमिश जो कहते हैं हम लोग, है ना, raisins, all these things you can have. Yes, you can make smoothies, that is also sweet, but natural sweet. Okay, then coming to the low fat. How do I go for the low fat food? Remember, any vegetable, when you cook on a steamer, steamer is what? The base will have water, upper will have those holes, and the sabji will get cooked. So benefits are, when you are preparing the vegetable, so you will not add much of oil to it. That is already cooked. Second benefit is, maximum of nutritive value can be retained when you are steaming it. Okay, so steam kiya vegetables ko, very less amount of fat you are adding, and if you are using the iron kadhai, it is well and good. So very little amount of oil or ghee, just to give that chauka, and then adding the sauteing the vegetables, adding some masalas, that will be enough. That will be good. So it's absolutely low, I mean ultra low fat vegetable. Okay, when you are making dal, remember, when you want to add onion to the dal, okay, so what happens is, we need little oil. Otherwise, that onion will be very kacha kacha. It will not be good, right, to taste. So in this, if you want onion in your dal, one way is completely just tomatoes. By adding tomatoes, you can make dal, or just giving, taking little oil or ghee, add jeera, kari patta, mirchi, little bit of Kashmiri red chili powder, and then you can make the dal, add it on the top of the cooked dal. That is enough. But if you want that onion wala taste, so boil onion first for a few minutes, and then you saute it. Even if you do not add oil to your kadhai, this will get cooked very nicely. Then you add tomatoes to it. So this way, another way where you can have very less oil or ultra low fat food you can have. Okay, so you can make use of, you can make sabzis like this, dal like this. Okay, all these things. Coming to the sodium part, that is the salt. So if you stop using the normal table salt, just go for the sindha namak. Okay, that will help you. So these are the few things which we have to take care of, right? So more of salt. Don't add extra salt to your salads. ऐसा लगता है ना टेस्ट के लिए. सो इफ यू वांट योर सैलेड्स, यू डोंट वांट अ ब्लैंड सैलेड, तो उसके ऊपर में यू स्प्रिंकल थोड़ा सा ब्लैक सॉल्ट, थोड़ा सा पेपर पाउडर, these kind of spices. Black salt is fine, thoda sa, lekin the one which we are using for the chaat and all, little bit of chaat masala also you can add, so your salad will become tastier. You can add the gravy of either little bit of cashews or almonds, so that will may add make a very good salad. So these things you can start including in your diet, right? So इससे थोड़ा थोड़ा हमारा सोडियम का लेवल कम हो जाएगा बॉडी में, मतलब एक्स्ट्रा सोडियम जाएगा नहीं, फैट ज्यादा जाएगा नहीं, because what is happening right now is कि whatever we are eating. See, eating is not a problem. You might be having this question also. I'm able to digest the food. My bowels are clear. That's okay. But जो हम खा रहे हैं, उसको burn भी करना है ना, correct? Yes or no? But those calories are not getting burned. Why the calories are not getting burned? Because so much of physical activity we are not doing, right? Yes or
Sedatives.
no? Yes or no?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yes. So much of activity we are not doing. So what happens is those calories are getting accumulated, and these fat, they first get stored beneath the liver, which is called as visceral fat. And this fat is very dangerous. So that's the reason you eat couple of times in a day, small quantities, but make sure that whatever you're eating does not have much of fat or much of sugar in it. Okay. During festivals, अगर आपने कुछ ज्यादा ले लिया ऐसे, तो make sure that next 2-3 days थोड़ा ज्यादा physical activity कर लें. This we can do, right? So slowly, when we start developing these kind of good lifestyle, healthy eating habits, then you'll find that life becomes easier and your health also improves. Correct? Yes or no? Thumbs up?
Yes, yes.
Right? Okay. So I've got this here. Okay. Hope you are doing okay.
Bhavani ma'am, instead of having nuts first, I normally follow fruit first and nuts at 11 o'clock. Is that okay? Because we have our exercise class and all that first, right? At 8:39 sometimes. So, or otherwise the sugar spikes up. How is it? Which is the better way?
No. See, if you are used to having fruit in the morning, that's okay. Some people don't like eating fruits in the morning.
No,
For them,
just an apple or just a small
that's
banana
okay. Yeah,
first is
yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Some
yes.
people say the sugar spikes up if you have it first.
I'll come to that point. See, with everyone, it will not happen. It
Ah.
differs from person to person. Like diabetes people, they say that
Can't have.
this with beetroot juice, my sugar level will spike because people say. So anything, see, diet and exercise, these two, unless we try on ourselves,
Right.
we will not be able to get the result. See,
Okay.
if I try a certain thing, for example, tofu. All of you know tofu, right?
Paneer.
Highest form of vegetarian protein. Okay. So tofu was something, it did not suit me. But it doesn't mean that everyone will have problem with tofu.
But
My stomach did not accept it.
but
For
generally,
many,
Indians don't accept soya. Indian
no,
climate.
that's a different no. So that's what I'm trying to say. Let's not make that hypothetical, what to sentences. See, I will try on myself. Let's say if Naitaji wants to try. So you first check if you're eating fruit, how do you feel? Let's say if you feel that your sugar level is, it's spiking up. So stop having that. Go for nuts. Remember, diet chart, I can give you hundreds of diet chart. I can tell you 100 ways of eating and how you can go. But unless you pick up few things from that, and when you start eating, and then when you see the difference, some will say, Ravina ji might say कि मेरा मुझे चक्कर आया fruits खा करके when I did exercise. Jyoti ji might say I was perfect with the fruit, same quantity and same variety of fruit. Anayita ji might say कि मेरा sugar levels बढ़ गया. This depends from person to person. That's the reason, when it comes to diet and exercise, you check what your body says, because many people will guide you how to do, what to do, and when to do. But unless you try to do it on yourself, see the difference and don't be afraid. We get afraid, if I eat this will happen, then what will happen?
Yes.
Don't get afraid. That's okay. Okay, 1 day, 2 days you try. Let's say 3-4 days consecutively you're trying and you're getting the same discomfort, which means might be because. So I'll give you one very nice example. I think once one gets it up, Beena ji, not Beena Biani, the other Beena ji shared this experience. And in Mumbai, one of my neighbor also shared the same experience. Huh? I keep on telling about the ashgod juice. And many people say that we got a lot of benefit from the ashwagandha juice, and I have been drinking it for so many years, nothing has happened. So Binaji and one of my neighbor, they said that after having ashwagandha juice, only one morning they had the ashwagandha juice. After that, non-stop loose motions, stomach ache. Okay. Now, and they got, and this my neighbor got lot of fear about that. She, till now, it's been 2 years, but she's afraid of ashwagandha. Now we have to understand it was not because of the ashwagandha juice. Reason might be, number of reasons will be there, but few I would like to share. One is, if the vegetable which you are using to prepare juice, if it is stale, if it is old stock, your stomach will not accept it. See, God has made our body in such a way that whatever is unwanted, body will automatically throw it away. But we get frightened कि पेट में कुछ हो गया तो immediately we take some antibiotic, we take some medicine कि नहीं ये पेट दर्द रुक जाना चाहिए, loose motion रुक जाना चाहिए. No, the body is actually throwing the unwanted bacteria and unwanted things, but we are restricting it. ठीक है? So the ashwagandha might be older, पुराना कुछ रहा होगा. Second reason might be
medicine
that, huh?
Pesticides, medicine करके.
Pesticide, okay. Let's say that you soaked it for 2 hours, 3 hours, but chalo, pesticide can be one of the reasons, but let's say you have used it very hygienically, but still 3 hours dipping it in water, fresh ashwagandha, fresh juice, immediately you consume, but still you are having some stomach problem. Now this might be that you are having you're having a kind of, faulty eating habit in the sense, lot of junk food and all those things, which is very, very tasty to eat. And you're used to having those kind of food. Suddenly, one fine morning when you drink that that ashgod juice is like a medicine. So immediately the unwanted bacteria that are there in your gut, so that will be thrown outside your body in the form of loose motion or vomiting or discomfort. You're getting? So it's not that we can't blame one food. Depending on my body type, what type of diet I am following, whether I'm systematic or not, whether I'm consuming the fresh food or not, all these things matters. So remember, and of course, if you do something, today you are very charged up, okay, National Nutrition Month, National Nutrition Awareness Week, Bhavani gave a lecture, it was a great lecture. So I'm going to start today. So 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th September, 6th September, shopping for Ganpati, 7th September, eating during Ganpati, and then from 8th September, everything is normal, but still, I don't want to go back to the normal routine. I'm still in that zone. कि मेरे को कुछ अच्छा अच्छा नया 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 कुछ खाना है. So again, there's a break. So remember, healthy lifestyle, healthy eating is not just a, one time, it's a destination. You have to constantly work on it. ठीक है, बीच में ब्रेक हुआ, फिर से शुरू करेंगे. बहुत ज्यादा ब्रेक नहीं. Long break if you give, then you don't feel like coming back to the normal routine. Okay, so never get bothered about your, कि ये कम नहीं हो रहा है, वो कम नहीं हो रहा है. Just keep on doing. कभी ना कभी इसमें फायदा तो पक्का मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, right? अच्छा, there's one good question, that is, what about iodine intake if we use सेंधा नमक always? Now this question Neeta ji has asked. Okay, now iodine is not required as it is by our body. So this iodine ka concept was during 1970s. Government had brought this law, they implemented the iodine salt. ठीक है, तो वो आपने सुना होगा, कुपोषण कहते हैं, malnourishment. Okay, so at that point of time, the Indian population were undergoing that malnourishment, and that malnourishment part also you will find that is in the rural areas and in the slum areas. right? So that iodine wala salt came into existence. All the people in our country started consuming. इतना उसका marketing हुआ, तो iodine वाला salt खाते गए. The result today is all the issues related to iodine, thyroid, goiter, क्या कितना सारा है. So people like us who live in urban societies, who are not malnourished, who are actually overnourished, you all are overnourished, huh? सच्ची बोलो, overnourished. खड़ा कर दो, हर एक का कम से कम 10 किलो तो ज्यादा रहेगा, मिनिमम 10 kgs, 5 से 10 किलो तो सबका. 1 किलो भी अंडरवेट कोई नहीं रहेगा. Forget about 1 kg also, no one will be underweight. Everyone will be more than अपना जितना होना चाहिए उससे 5 किलो तो रहेगा ही रहेगा. So why are we going into that zone कि I have to have, because that will again, इतना नहीं चाहिए आयोडीन बॉडी को. मिल गया है, बहुत कुछ मिला है अपने बॉडी में. एक्स्ट्रा कार्बोहाइड्रेट है, एक्स्ट्रा फैट है, एक्स्ट्रा प्रोटीन है, सब कुछ एक्स्ट्रा है. Now we'll have to remove
How
these
much
extra.
we try ourselves, we are not able to reduce our weight. It's
We are
going
not
to
able to.
reduce weight. No,
That's okay. I'm just joking, but I'm trying to say that itna nahi karna hai. So forget about the iodine wala salt. We don't require that. Okay, we don't require. Go for the senda namak. For the salad, you can little bit add the black salt. ऐसे करके जितना salt intake less रहेगा उतना अच्छा है. Edema feet नहीं होगा. Varicose vein का problem कम होगा. Heart से related problem will get resolved. There are a lot of things if you reduce the salt intake, because we consume. See, one is, मेरे को एक बात बहुत बुरी लगती है. Then I will take up your questions from the chat, and if you want to ask, कि every time India is blamed, Indians are blamed. Why we are, हमारे ऊपर क्यों blame डाला जाता है, because we eat lot of achar. Now that achar contains oil, achar contains salt, that's what is we have been told, right? So now Indians are very afraid of eating achar. Now remember, the pickles which were made in our country by our dadis and nanis, that was of different level. How many of you agree? You are coming from that era. You have seen your dadis and nanis, how carefully they used to make pickles. The oil, the masalas, we did not need any fridge. It was just kept outside the entire year. But that was absolutely perfect to consume in little amount. But now the pickles which we are consuming, it is processed. Lot of things are added to it, and it is kept in the plastic container or plastic covers. So that is not good for the health, right? That is number one. Second is, if you go abroad, many of you have been, your children are staying abroad, you will see all the fast food, frozen food are available in foreign countries. Correct? They are eating that only. That contains high amount of sodium. But in India, we are not consuming that much quantity of frozen food and fast food and all. So that way we find that our sodium intake is still better. But हमारे ऊपर है ना बहुत इल्जाम लगाए जाते हैं कि इंडियंस इतना मिलीग्राम खाना चाहिए सोडियम, बट इंडियंस आर taking 5 times more sodium than that. बहुत बड़ा. See, when you go to this websites and all now where the recommended dietary allowances are given, everywhere it will be mentioned India is on the higher rate. Actually, US is on the higher side. Practically, if you read the original researches, okay, India is not at the higher side, but the blame is always there. Cardiac problems in India, this problem in India, diabetes in India. Okay, so remember that the sodium which we are consuming, maximum of people nowadays, especially in the urban societies, we are using the sendha namak only. We are very much aware of what we should be eating. So that way we are still very healthy. If you see, don't, Jyoti ji, don't say that my weight is not going down, my weight is increasing. You just compare all the women those who are here today on Get Set Up, okay, all the Indian women, you just compare yourself with any women. You know, it can be an American, it can be कहीं के भी आप लो और अपने आप को देखो wearing a sari. And if you are in your bedroom, if your son or daughter or grandchild is standing near the door and saying that, Mama, Grandma, I'm getting late, lift has come, please give me my handkerchief, you will run faster than any of the athlete. Yes or no? Tell me thumbs
Yes,
up.
yes, yes. We are
Yes, so that's okay. थोड़ा सा weight ज्यादा है, not a problem. We don't want to become Bollywood actress. That's perfectly all right. Only thing is, we have to be healthy.
We want
Our
to be
sugar
busy.
levels should not go. Yeah.
But we want to be busy and don't like the sedative lifestyle,
Yes.
but our health won't permit us to do
That's
as
okay.
yes.
That's okay. Because you are comparing yourself with 10 years back, 20 years back. It will not be the same. That's okay. But whatever you are today, it's good. You can at least do your work on your own. That's okay. So remember this thing. Always talk high about yourself. Don't think, yeah, Padmashri, Padmashri.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, just one question for you. There is a school of thought, one Dixit diet, which says that you have to have around 12 hours intermittent fasting, and you can eat for 50 minutes. You can eat as much as you want, and even junk food or sweet or whatever. And I really don't know about the research and the results, but there are many people who go in for it, and it's like for weight reduction as well as specifically for diabetes. I'm not aware. Can you throw some light on this?
Yeah.
And
So, yeah, I have
that
also heard, yeah,
because
I have also heard
yeah,
about this.
I'll just complete, ma'am, because
Yeah.
as many of the dietitians say that you have to have in small portions and eat when you're hungry. But he says that you can eat all at absolutely up to your will, and even the things that you're not going to eat throughout the day, you can have at one stretch for those 50 minutes. And according to him, I mean, I just read, okay, I'm not too sure, but he says that the saliva which is produced, so it focuses on whatever you eat. And if you keep on eating like small portions, and then the saliva doesn't get formed, and then you're diabetic, and then you don't reduce. So what is your opinion whether this is okay or it's wrong completely? I mean,
Oh,
this is absolutely totally different from other dietitians, so I just would like you to throw some light
okay.
on it, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So Padmashri ji, see, nothing is wrong or right. Huh? If Geeta ji so that doesn't make sense, because some people will feel that blue is good, and I'm thinking that blue is, I don't like that blue. So just an opinion. Okay. Now, any diet, when we follow, number one, as per, because we are following all the diet what the West is teaching us, even in the nutrition which I have studied in college, the books are written by the Western authors only. Okay. Now, as per our Indian diet, I mean the Ayurveda diet, so first, number one is my body constitution, that is my prakriti. If I know my prakriti, whether it is a combination of Vat, Pitta, Kaph, whatever is my combination, okay, then what I'm eating will be right. But I do not know my Prakriti, because it is not possible for everyone to go and get the Nadi Parikshan done. Okay, so I do not know my Prakriti, but still, if I consciously start thinking about my body, I know that which food will suit me, which food will not suit me. Now, coming to the main question about the diet, which you are saying, after the intermittent fasting, eat as much as you can. Okay, it can be even a junk food or anything. Okay, now this might be applicable for people at a younger age and those who are super active. Like three types of people are there: na? Sedentary worker, moderate worker, and heavy workers. So if a person is heavy worker, so he can do that. Second is, if your digestive fire is so strong, you will be able to digest. But If you are not able to digest, your digestive fire is not strong, then you are putting load on your stomach. So if your handbag can carry 2 kgs of saman and you are stuffing 20 kgs, what will happen? It will tear. So my digestive system will get ruined. So any diet, remember once again I am saying, you will get, because of now in social media, we get, see, nobody is wrong. Whoever is talking about the diet now, based on his personal experience, he is giving you suggestions. Me also, I have the past 15 years, 15 to 17 years, I have not left any diet. You tell me from A to Z, all diets I have followed. एक कोई डाइट अगर बच गया होगा तो गलती से छूटा होगा, लेकिन कॉन्शियसली हर एक राइट नाउ आल्सो आई एम फॉलोइंग. इट्स नॉट दैट कि खत्म हो गया, कुछ फ्यू मंथ्स कुछ किया, देन न्यू समथिंग है, बिकॉज आई वांट टू सी हाउ माय बॉडी रिएक्ट्स, बिकॉज आई एम यूज्ड टू इट. ठीक है, सो एवरी पर्सन इज नॉट डूइंग दैट, राइट? सो वी आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग. सो इसके लिए कभी भी आपको कोई भी चीज राइट रॉन्ग नहीं है. दिस द एंटायर थिंग, बहुत सारा खाने का, आई एम नॉट इन फेवर ऑफ दिस, because I feel that your digestive system is getting that relaxation of 12 and 13 hours. It has taken rest. ये तो वही बात हो गई ना, रवीना जी बहुत अच्छे से सोई हुई है, 12, 13, 14 घंटे सो के जैसे ही बेड से आंख खोलती है, इधर से एक साइड से अनायता जी ने खींचा, दूसरे साइड से दूसरे ने खींचा, सबने खींचकर खड़ा करके बोला चल डांस शुरू कर. So see that dancing she knows, but the body will take some time ना वो normal हो करके start करके. Similarly, digestive system is taking rest for 12-13 hours, and then when we are loading it, that load, if a boy is 20 years old and if he is doing this and then he is going for too much of gymming and extra work and all, he will be able to digest. But post 50, okay, so whatever, for me, it's a different thing. I've been trying many things. The body is now used to it. But for a person who is new, आप धीरे धीरे सोच समझ के डाइट में चेंजेस लाना, एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स यू ट्राई इट ऑन योरसेल्फ, थोड़ा थोड़ा करके. ठीक है, दिस वुड बी माय आंसर. ओके, okay, so let me come to the ending slide. If you have any question, put it on the chat. Then we will.
For thyroid people, is it for the thyroid people who have thyroid, hypothyroid? Thyroid.
Yeah, and I heard, yeah.
Okay. Is it red salt is better or iodized salt is better?
Which salt, iodized or?
And another red salt, Himalayan salt.
No, I didn't get
Pink salt. She means pink salt.
Pink salt.
Pink salt. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this iodized salt or pink salt, which is better? You are asking, correct?
Thyroid.
Okay. So for
Thyroid.
any person, whether it be thyroid or BP or diabetes, anyone, weight, obese, everyone should be going for the this one, senda namak only, the pink salt only, because that contains less amount of sodium. We don't require that much of
My
sodium.
mother used to tell to use that kallupu.
Yes.
Compared to this table salt, yes.
Yes, absolutely right. Because, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
People, right?
Huh?
Iodine is added to the white salt, you know?
See, yeah, it's added. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So this is a summary. We just for the National Nutrition Week, we just saw the best nutrition for elderly people and healthy meal planning, and how we can choose little or no sugar or low fat. Okay. Thank you for attending the class. Do share your experience on social@getsetup.io. And this week, we are going to have class on 3rd, 4th, 5th, every day, 2 p.m. So the topics are for 3rd September, that is tomorrow, dietary supplements. After 50, what all dietary supplements we can take to keep ourselves healthy. Then 4th September will be what kind of nutrition is better for the older adults. And 5th September will be guideline to healthy eating. Okay. So thank you. Okay.
Bhavani ma'am, have you heard of this EU thyroid? What is EU thyroid? I
Okay.
got that in my report.
Yeah. So now, shall we discuss? Its time is over. So
Okay,
I will
tomorrow.
take up this topic and we will relate to tomorrow's topic, this one.
Yeah, sure.
We will do that, right?
Thank you.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
thank
and
you, ma'am.
Ravina ji, awesome dance. I saw the entire video. That was superb. Very beautiful expressions. Karuna Ras, right? You had mentioned. Yeah. That was really nice. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Huh?
Thank you.
With the white.
No, Ravina ji, I can't hear you.
On dancing, singing, and so many other things. And
Oh,
all of you all.
okay.
Funny,
So,
we'll-
your voice is cracking. So I'll just ending the session. Okay. Okay, its time is over now. See you tomorrow, and Anaita,
Thank
take
you.
up your question. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank
Sure,
Okay.
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Because,
Thank you
ma'am, I'm
all.
traveling
Thank
on
you.
Wednesday, Thursday. So tomorrow I'll just catch up with you.
Okay. Thank
Wednesday, Thursday, I'm traveling, but you can put those your sessions on watch now, recorded.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank
Bye, ma'am. Bye
you.
all.
Bye.
With the